Hello, everybody, and welcome back to GV Talk Sports. I'm Brock Elsesser, and I'm here with
Riley McKnight.
Jonathan Rizzo.
Sitting next to a future Hall of Famer, I'm Mr. Dutt.
And future Hall of Famer, Mr. Horton. What's shaking, boys?
Not much.
Are the NBA? Here's my kickoff just to get life going. Are the NBA playoffs even worth watching anymore? Because the coolest series is over. The most anticipated series, Houston Golden State. Golden State took them out in 6 games without Kevin Durant. Does anybody care about the rest of it? Just throwing it out there. Not anybody is in the 5 of us, but
All right.
do you think the general? Go ahead.
Let me stop you right there.
This sounds fun.
I already know what you're doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's that?
This is a direct result from our opinion on the the NCAA tournament, and I know it is. So, I have no opinion.
You have no opinion on the NBA?
I'm going to stick with my opinion from the NCAA tournament and say that, in general, the wide population doesn't care at this point because neutrals, as they call it, there's no really exciting games left.
Oh, John. Also, are you gonna stick with your opinion that the Sixers will sweep the Warriors still?
Yup.
Nice.
Is that going to happen like in a park downtown Philadelphia sometime, like a pickup game?
That sounds incredibly sketchy.
But now that, in all honesty, that is why Kawhi was brought to Toronto, right?
Yeah.
For him to go for 41. Was that what it was? 41
Yeah.
in Game 7 to get him to the conference finals again.
Yeah.
How are you if you're Lowry? Do you feel like, they finally gave up on me as being that guy and had to bring Kawhi?
He
in
was
to
never
give it
that
up?
guy.
No,
DeMar
yeah,
DeRozan
he
was never that guy.
Yeah.
Did they tout him as that guy, though? I mean,
Yes.
like,
They said him and
tried
DeMar
to-
DeRozan were like the best.
Yeah. Well, it used to be DeMar and how it used to be. It was DeMar and Lowry. Now it's Kawhi and everybody else.
Yeah. True story.
Because they switched from a star with DeMar DeRozan to a superstar with Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, because Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan played really well together, and now they're apart, and they both are playing nowhere near as good as they used to play. DeMar DeRozan's still doing pretty good, but Kyle Lowry has played terrible. So
I mean, he played
he's
fairly
played,
well, and
okay,
he played
but,
fairly well in the regular season.
regular
and
season
he's
he was
had-
okay, but the
and he's had
playoffs
some
he's been
good
pretty
games
terrible.
recently. But yeah, during the playoffs, he usually doesn't show up.
No.
So, I hate to do this to you, but...
You're going to anyway.
I'm going to anyways. I thought about this. The draft's tonight, right? And they listed the, most likely prospects in the NBA draft. And I went through and Duke has a couple in there, right? And this and that. And Virginia has basically just one guy there in top 20. But Virginia won the NCAA championship. What does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, I see there's schools with, 2-3. Kentucky has a couple guys in there, and they don't win a championship, but yet they're the highest NBA prospects. Am I reading too much into that, or what?
Yeah, just because
Yeah.
your team wins a championship doesn't mean you're all necessarily NBA caliber players, and just
Yeah.
because you're an NBA caliber player doesn't mean you necessarily played well together with your teammates in college.
Wow. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Right, you know where I'm going with this, Mr. Dunn, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
And
mean, it's like, okay.
it's actually rare for a one and done team to win a national championship.
Almost never happens. You think the last time it happened was Kentucky.
Might have been Duke
Duke
in
may
2015.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But Grayson Allen wasn't one and done.
no, he played, but he was only a freshman then.
Yeah.
And he had the other ones that I can't remember their names, but they were one and done, and they've obviously not done in the NBA what
Tyus
you know,
Jones.
Tyus Jones is playing, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
and Justice
and
Winslow's
they're
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Playing,
Joel.
they're averaging 15 points or whatever.
I'm like 7, 6. But
So is,
Right.
I mean, this, is the deeper question, is the NCAA college game so much different than the pros? And is that one of the reasons that you guys don't really follow it that much? Don't really care for it? It must be a completely different game. Or else, there's no way that Duke, when Zion looks like the most dominant player of, recent memory, right?
I mean, personally, I like watching the NBA more because it's a higher level of competition, really.
I think
You know.
I think it is not really that different. I think if you played the NBA playoffs with a similar format to the NCAA tournament, I think you'd have crazy results as well, where you'd have bottom teams in the league coming out and beating top teams, and I don't think you'd see the Warriors or the Rockets winning very much at all.
Yeah.
And like I think if you did it the other way around, where you did long series in the college game, like 5-7 game series, I think Duke would win almost every year.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
The only guy in the top 10 is DeAndre Hunter for Virginia. It's the only Virginia guy. He's the only Virginia guy in the top.
What
Yeah.
about Kyle Guy? Or is he not declaring?
No, he declared for the NBA draft, but I think he's projected to be like a late first rounder.
Yeah, not in the top. Not in the top. Where I'm looking, top 30. So
Well, that would be the first round, top 30. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting. The one and done format makes for excitement, but it doesn't always make for the best team to win.
Right.
But it makes for a blast.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable to watch.
well, projected to go number 4 is Darius Garland from that basketball powerhouse Vanderbilt.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you could be a stud with no one around you in college. You could just be an absolute,
I guess that
John Morant.
Michael Porter Jr. at Missouri. Wow. He didn't even really play in college, so I guess that's a bad comparison.
Right, where did, and then you have some Europeans. You got any Europeans sliding in there?
Suku Dumbaya is from is that, I don't know if that's New Guinea. It says
No,
Guinea.
it's just Guinea.
That's Africa.
Yeah, so, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see. Do you have any, not that we care, but do you have any, can anybody beat the Warriors?
Yeah.
I think the Raptors could.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, I think the Raptors or the. Actually, I think anybody left in the playoffs can beat them because Curry has not been playing very well. I mean, he did well with Durant out, but as soon as Durant comes back, and I don't think Durant's going to be 100% at all for the rest of the playoffs because he's just kind of weird like that. He gets hurt and he doesn't get back 100 for like a month. And then Curry's just not been quite right.
So what's it going to take? It's going to take for the Warriors to have an off game?
I wouldn't
to
be
get beat?
surprised to see Portland beat them in 5.
Ooh.
Well,
I would be
beat the
very
Warriors?
surprised.
I'll be honest with you. I'd be very surprised for that. I think Portland's good. I like McCallum. I think he played great
McCallum.
yesterday.
Yeah.
When Dillard wasn't doing much of anything, McCallum was a stud.
Yeah, he was.
But if
He
you
scored like over 30, didn't he, yesterday?
yeah
37.
yeah
Yeah.
37. But if you get the Warriors where they start shooting like they did in Game 6, I don't think there's anybody can hang with them. I just don't think they can. If you get Klay Thompson doing what he's doing and then Curry losing his mind. Although it does make interesting Curry versus Curry. That's kind of an interesting
Yeah.
idea. Two brothers playing against each other
Yeah.
in the conference finals.
You suppose that was like growing up with Steph as an older brother. How
Uh,
about those games in the driveway, huh?
Yeah, right. And then
Well,
the fathers.
I'm
they'll-
gonna- I'm
I bet Dad won a lot though.
Yeah,
probably.
Del Curry can play.
How about those pig games? I'm going to shoot this one from the neighbor's backyard, in their pool, over their fence.
Actually, when Curry was younger, they've asked him how he got good at shooting, and he said he was too small to shoot longer shots, so he just practiced his form in close,
There you
over and
go.
over and over and over and over.
That should be a lesson to all of us.
Yeah.
Only shoot
When you're teaching your kid how to shoot, don't leave more than 5 feet away from the basket. Teach them how to shoot correctly.
Put a fence up so they can't go any further away.
That's right. That's right. Keep them
Yeah, right.
inside.
Keep 'em inside the 10-foot range.
There you go.
What do you call that? Working on your perfects there? Is
There
that-
you go.
is that-
Perfects.
Perfects.
Yeah, that's what we call them. Hey, look out! Here come the Red Sox.
I know. And the Yankees.
Yanks are playing pretty good.
Yeah, they're doing
Tampa
all right.
Bay won't be in first within this next week or two.
Well, the Yanks just took 2 out of 3, right,
Yep.
from the Rays, which is surprising down in Tampa. That doesn't usually happen for the Yanks. They
Yeah.
usually get their lunches handed to them down in
Right.
Tampa. And I've always wondered why that was, whether it was just a matter of, they're going to Tampa, it's beautiful weather.
Yeah, I don't know.
They feel like it's spring training again, and
The Yanks spring train down there
they
somewhere
do.
next to Tampa?
They do,
Yeah.
right in Tampa. So I wonder if they
Some
go
of
to
the
their.
guys got houses down there or something,
Yeah.
They just go down and party, and that's why.
Well, that's why I wondered. They feel like it's spring training again.
Get the jet skis out.
There you go. The banana boat, right? With LeBron and the boys on the banana boat. I don't know what's wrong with my machine. I don't care.
I've had a horrible banana boat experience.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't want
Tell
to
us about
I don't
it.
want to talk about
Oh, come on.
it. You ever been on a banana boat?
Never in my life.
Oh, okay. The brochure where everybody waving like this and having a good time. No, it was terrifying. We're like flying. He's trying to throw us off the banana boat because that's what's supposed to happen and everything. We were all hanging on. It was just a horrifying ride. So I don't know. You bring up banana boat and I start
He says
getting a little anxiety.
the only thing that would be better would be if you were on a banana boat and a clown was sitting next to you.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have been on the banana boat then. I'd have been in the water.
Too funny. So so the Red Sox righted the ship, you think?
Yeah, this.
Until they let Fortnite back in.
yeah. They have to.
We
They have
talked
to just
about
say
We
no.
did
to
talk. I
Fortnite.
mean, is that a big deal?
Maybe. I mean, they've won like 8 out of 9 of their last games.
Or did
they're-
finally that their talent just came around and they started to mesh a little
No,
bit?
no, that's
it's
ridiculous.
Fortnite?
What are you talking about?
It's got to be
It's
Fortnite.
got to be Fortnite.
Totally unheard of.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to listen to commentators, though, because they will say things like, they're not getting word in April because the cream always rises,
Right.
that kind of stuff. And that's baseball. You can go on a tear and you can have a career 250 hitter hitting 300 through April, May,
Yeah.
but they end up back at 250.
Yeah.
It's just so it's just interesting baseball. And I'm looking at George Springer. I don't know, but what are the Red Sox? Are 3 out? They just beat Seattle again.
Yeah, they swept them, which I was kind of surprised. Because normally we don't normally play well against Seattle, so I was glad to see that we swept them. Obviously.
Yeah.
Interesting story. Julian Edelman, did you see that?
No.
Yesterday for Mother's Day, he walked the stage, finished his degree at Kent State.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Did you see that, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Super Bowl MVP walks the stage at Kent State. John's disgusted. I can tell you're disgusted already.
I'm
Why?
disgusted.
You act like you just don't like Edelman.
No, I'm just looking at soccer news. It's more important
Oh.
to me.
Oh, to me. I didn't realize how. I wonder how common it is that NFL players don't finish a degree, right?
Well,
You do see lots of times they go back.
right, and it seems like NFL players. I don't know what the rule is, but they don't generally come out until at least their sophomore year, right?
They may have to play 2 years.
Right.
I don't think there's like an actual specific rule, but
Because what's his Edmonds for the Bills was only 20,
yeah.
right? When he was the starting linebacker
Yeah.
for the Buffalo Bills, the youngest starting linebacker ever. So there's some rule about at least 1 year out of high school or something like that, but I'm not sure.
Well, and it's got to be because football's so physically demanding, right? The maturity level of your body type between like 20 and 25 is immense.
Significant.
Yeah, significant.
There's a significant difference there. Yeah. True enough.
You want to talk about soccer, John? Well, let's talk about soccer. What do you got? I saw.
Well, nobody here watched anything this week.
Well, I saw a pretty funny meme
I
about
did.
Liverpool that they just had like people crying. Like, if you're a Liverpool fan, this is what you look like.
I'm not really sure why they won this weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
they left it in. Like, if that was happening last weekend or a couple weeks ago when they knew the title was in Manchester City's hands, like, all Manchester City had to do this weekend was secure a result. They just had to win. And they played Brighton, who nearly got relegated. So, wasn't really a tough game. They kind of knew they were going to win. They won 4-1. They actually went down 1-0, but
You're right, Manchester
there's
won
nothing
4-1.
really to be crying about for Liverpool. This
Right,
was,
they won 2-0, right?
there's been 2 seasons ever in English soccer history that Liverpool, with the season they had this year, would not win the championship. This year and last year are the only 2 years ever that they would not have won with the season they had.
So Man City won?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's over?
Yeah. The English is, yeah.
English Premier League, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Manchester City is from
Manchester.
Manchester City.
Man-
The city of Manchester.
What would you call this? What would you call this team from the city of Manchester? Manchester City. Brock and I were talking earlier today about Kawhi's shot at the end.
Mm-hmm.
The shot heard
great.
around the world. Disappointing if you're a Sixers fan. I mean, he literally threw that up in the rafters and right.
Could
He
hear
was
a,
In the rafters for the Raptors.
Oh,
you could hear a pin drop in that stadium waiting for that ball to go in.
Oh, I
It's
know.
crazy.
When he was crouching in the corner, right?
yeah, I saw him.
He's like
That's the
watching,
most
waiting.
emotion I've ever seen.
I know.
Yeah, I was sitting at my
Come
house.
on,
and we were-
that video of him laughing.
And then his interview was just back to normal. Like
Yeah.
3 minutes later,
Yeah.
not even. He just hits the game-winning shot to send him to the Eastern Conference Finals. He's just like, yeah,
You know, we did a
We
good
did
job
good.
executing.
our teammates put us in a good spot. Walks away.
Well, they were talking about what happens to Kawhi after this season.
Yeah, where's he go? What's he do?
I say he's staying. I
He
say he's definitely
stays.
staying.
Well, he's
Whether,
got a
whether or not he
house.
loses in the next series, I'm saying he's staying.
He's got a house in Southern California. He went to San Diego State University. Why would he not go to the Clippers?
That's like the number one.
The amount of
it's either-
money they're going to offer him,
Yeah.
he can live in California where he spends most of the off season. I'd be surprised.
They've been saying the only 2 places he's really even considering is LA and staying in Toronto.
Right.
If he wins in Toronto this year, I don't think he'll go. But I don't know.
I think if they make the finals and lose, he'll stay. If they make the finals and win, he'll leave. And if they don't make the finals, he'll leave.
Yeah, I don't.
I feel like that could be
I think the
reasonable.
only situation that he does stay is if they make the finals
Yeah.
and lose.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Just because he knows they can get there, but they just need to do a little more to win it.
But that means he's thinking like you or me instead of thinking dollar signs and warm weather.
But I think Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah, he's the
Does
type of
think
guy
like
that.
that.
Yeah,
I don't think he thinks dollar signs in warm weather. He
So
just
then-
doesn't.
I don't know what he thinks.
I don't-
It's hard to
honestly,
say. We don't know him, but it's,
Well-
and he shows no emotion,
I-
so
I
it's
just
really
feel-
hard
Well,
to say what he's thinking.
Right. The guy on the radio was hilarious. He said, "Well, if he said if they lose yesterday, so if they lost yesterday, he's not even meeting with the team president.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
He's just going to California.
Yeah.
If they win yesterday, then it gets interesting. He might meet with you, and then he goes, he's not going to talk to you because Kawhi doesn't talk to anyone,
Yeah.
but he will meet with you."
He'll just sit there. And,
It was
he'll sit
very
there and
funny.
just laugh at
He's
you.
not going to talk to the GM.
you're allowed to be in his presence, but he won't talk to you.
But he won't talk to you.
I'm only here because it's in my contract.
That's right. I'm only here because I'll get fined if
If I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just here so I don't get.
Yeah, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Significant talk this morning about the track meet this weekend.
Yeah.
There was something.
Larger school, double A school shows up down
So
here.
what
in-
school was it?
Rush Henrietta.
Oh, okay.
Shows up down here in AC for a track meet, double A. Interesting, right?
Yeah, I was unable to attend, so I'll have to listen to others tell me about it. Go ahead, Brock. You were there. Johnny, you were there.
Yeah. Rush Henrietta pretty much broke like every single meet record.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was maybe like 3 records that they didn't break. So
Yeah, and they won everything basically. It's pretty.
Miles Boykins was fun to watch.
I'm not
He's
sure
got
who
the
that-
second best 100 time in all of section.
Is that the guy that was high jumping?
But no, that was Tamari Haygood.
Oh.
They
That
actually have
sounds like a dude that could be in the NBA with that name right there.
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
I mean, you got I just brought up the 100-meter leader
Miles
in all of
Calhoun,
Section
is that-
5, and Rush has 2 in the top 6.
Yeah.
And that's on the boys' side. On the girls' side, Rush has the top one, Jalen Davis.
They
Yeah.
had
The one that was the most surprising to me, I think, was the 200 meter in girls.
Mm-hmm.
She started out and she was like behind at the beginning for the first like 50 meters, and then she ended up going on and winning by like 70 meters. It was,
Okay, that is a physical impossibility.
I know.
Okay.
Because it's only 200
It was that
meters
crazy.
long.
Right. Yeah, 25.70.
Yeah.
I think you could beat her, Brock.
What?
She wins a 25.7, 200.
Hey.
I'm
Jonathan,
looking
what
at
did you say about the girls 4x8 team?
They ran a faster time than our 4x8 team.
Rush Henrietta's?
Literally, like, just about, like, every single person on their 4x8 team ran, like, a 155.
For the
Like, for
boys.
real.
On the boys' side?
Yeah.
It was
if you go to
unbelievable. And their
um,
pace, like just watching their pace compared to like
Mhm.
all the other schools, like it's not even like how much ahead they were that was surprising. It was like their pace was crazy.
Sure.
if
Sure,
you
sure,
go
sure.
to some of their records, actually their girls teams probably even more impressive than their guys. Their 100-meter time record is 11:65.
And they're
223.42.
Yeah.
452 seconds.
400, is that Sammy Watson?
Yep. Their 800 Sammy Watson ran a 203.
203
800. That's
That's
crazy.
ridiculous. Man, that's crazy.
Sammy got invited to the Olympic trials
Yeah. Oh, really?
as a high school senior.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's all that in a bag of chips.
The
I mean, she's.
The 1 mile she ran 447.
Come on,
John-
wait. It's only 1,500 meters.
No, they specifically put the 1 mile.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but it's still 1,500 meters.
No.
No,
No.
no.
She's running
There's
a
a
mile,
1
she's
mile.
running
There's a
mile.
1500.
They even do that?
Mm-hmm. You can. At
Yeah,
certain
her
places.
1500's
422.
422.
So, Brock, you did good in the high jump, right?
I
I think
mean, I
that.
took second. I jumped 5'11". My best was 6'3". First place jumped 6'1". He tied his personal best. Of course, there's a guy from Rush Henrietta.
Yeah, but that's got to make you feel good, right? I mean,
Nah.
you know, guy didn't go over your personal best.